Hello, my fellow Ghoul Renegade, and welcome back to a brand new video of Ghoulish Reacts. And today we are back, diving in once again to Kane Pixel's brand new series known as People Still Live Here. So in the last episode, we ended up watching the second video called version 8.3 2005 gameplay. For those of you who have not been caught up on the story so far, the story of People Still Live Here revolves around a man known as Clifton J. Saywell. Clifton passes away probably by some unordinary experience, happenstances, or circumstances, sorry to be correct, and he gets transported into this world known as the Meadow, and he experiences many strange things in this place between the years of 1930 and the 1940s. So sometime after Saywell's death, this corporation comes in and they recreate this video game about his experiences. And through this video game, we slowly start to learn more about what Clifton specifically experienced. And it is strange, to say the least, but also very interesting from a story aspect. Anyway, the video that we're going to be reacting to today is known as Graveyard. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is a full-on live-action video. So we got some wind turbines, and we obviously see Clifton in the meadow, of course. So this is like a interlude video. This is like a video in between the actual events of what Clifton went through. So I'm assuming this is from Clifton's real-life perspective of what the meadow actually looked like, rather than what we know what it looks like in the video game of People Still Live Here. Oh, there's all the train signs. Now, one thing to note about these train signs, these things are alive. Like, in the world of People Still Live Here, these things are alive, and they take people, apparently. Oh. Ooh, it woke up and Clifton started running away. Okay, interesting. So in the last video, just kind of giving you all a little bit of recap, there was Clifton went into this like office building or laboratory type building, and he ended up finding this NPC. And this NPC was talking about looking into trying to find his favorite people in the world of the Meadow, looking into their thoughts, and also not wanting to make a certain character known as the Shepherd mad. And then, unfortunately, he met a somewhat kind of demise. Either he was taken away or the sign straight up killed him, but anyway, one of these anthropomorphic train signs ran up and simply just grabbed him and took him off into the abyss. So it's unknown whether that NPC is dead or he's simply missing as of this point. I'm assuming he just, like, the train sign literally just kidnapped the guy, but that's the best thing I can come with the conclusion of it. And that's pretty much the events so far that we know so well. So Clifton is trapped in this meadow area. Now, one thing that I did actually find out from the last video is that Clifton J. Saywell, the character that we are following through the events of People Still Live Here, is actually confirmed 100% dead. He passed away. Okay, guys, so what I have right now in front of me is a news article about Clifton J. Saywell himself from the perspective of Kane. And let me zoom in a little bit. Well, actually, I won't be able to zoom in that much. But this is what it says. Clifton J. Saywell, Bridgewater. Clifton J. Saywell, 80 years old, of Bridgewater, died on Saturday, February 12th, 1994. Born in Bridgewater on February 8, 1914, he was the son of the late Edward and Mary Holmes Saywell, a lifelong resident of the area. He is remembered for his sharp mind and unique outlook on life. He pursued mathematics professionally after World War II, working as a human computer for local firms and government projects, and then as a rate analyst for New England Telephone. He spent his later years in the care of his family members, particularly his niece Anne Timmerman, a quiet and introspective man, often seen walking near the edges of the Hockomock Swamp, or sitting on the porch of the Bridgewater Public Library with a small notebook in hand. He is survived by his nephew Michael Saywell of Frederick, M.D., along with several other nieces, nephews, and extended family members. He was predeceased by his sister Margaret Hartman and his brother Edward Saywell. A burial service officiated by Reverend Mark Howard will take place on Saturday, February 9th at the Old St. Thomas Aquinas Cemetery, where Mr. Sewell will be laid to rest alongside his parents. Memorial contributions will be made to the Friends of the Bridgewater Public Library. So this is exactly pretty much what happened to Sewell. He passed away. So they do know one interesting thing, that he liked to hang out at the public library. He was a very sharp, inquisitive mind, and he was they call him a quote-unquote human computer. Interesting. And he was also an analyst. So he was very good with technology, at least in his time period after the war, and very good at mathematics. So he has a very vast knowledge on a lot of things. But the one thing that sticks out to me specifically is that how he liked to hang out in a place called the Hockomock Swamp. And if you guys look back to the second video in the last episode, he starts off his journey in a swamp. Now, I don't know if it is actually the Hockomock Swamp that he is at, but this whole thing starts off in the swamp. So I wonder if this swamp has some kind of connection to this meadow place. Like the swamp is like the, how do you call it? Like the centerpiece to everything. Like it's the center place that connects everything. It's like the gateway. That's what I'm looking for. It's the gateway that leads to the meadow. Now, whether we'll find out more about this or if I'm just, randomly theory crafting in later episodes, who knows? But, that's my theory right now, that the swamp is like a gateway or an opening to this meadow place that Clifton later found himself in before he died. Because he obviously experienced this before he died. It wouldn't make sense if he experienced this after he died. This is all just theories and speculation as of this point. I'm just trying to piece together what Kane's kind of giving me. Well, anyway, guys, unfortunately, that's all the time I have today for this video. So please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when I upload new videos. Make sure to follow my social media links down in the description below to join the Ghoul Renegade. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.